While the season continues to be uncertain, one thing is for sure, the programs are going to continue and lay more emphasis on your personal statement and the ERAS CV as they send out interview invites to their desired candidates. Our team reviews every year about 3 to 400 personal statements and CVs, so we have seen a definite trend and a pattern. Now, a personal statement is a concise summation of who you are in the context of medicine and why have you chosen this field as your life's first field.
My name is Stacy Smakovsky. For those of you who haven't met me yet, I am an editor and book coach on multiple levels, but I also edit these personal statements, and I really enjoy this. This is a thing I take special time out for each year to do because I'm passionate about helping these young physicians come into the country and study, and I want to help them as best I can.
Our students, their personal statements are reviewed, edited by our team of panelists, the panelist physicians and the journalists. So if you are interested in our services, do look us up and we'll be happy to help you.
Personal statement, we have gone through so many cycles or so many, corrections. I changed my first personal statement to completely different personal statement once I get the review. So only one line I kept from my first personal statement. So that was a major change. The small things like personal statement, curriculum vitae, CV. Last year I didn't pay attention to how I am wording it, what is needed. I was just writing, oh, I did this, I did that thing. But this year I got correct way of what I should write in first line, what is the second 2-3 lines important, and what is the last line important. That made my CV change from scrap or nothing to very good CV. So that helped me a lot, and we do a lot of revisions for sure.
My strongest statements are always going to be those that have the voice of the student and have the experiences of the student that will best reflect their passion for the pursuit of their careers.
Compare the personal statement to a movie. What do you look for in a great movie? A story worth seeing. When you read someone's personal statement, you're trying to figure out, or the program director is trying to figure out, who the person is. And it's like a motion picture. It's like a movie running in front of you. If your personal statement can achieve that, it can achieve the impact of a gripping movie, then your personal statement is well written.
Strongest ones are always short and to the point. The longer your statement gets, the more, unless you're very good at keeping that excitement level high, it will feel flat.
Personal statement, usually it has to be written over months and not weeks or days. But so I started working on that as a base draft, and then I made edits and tailored it in a week or two maybe. But that's not the ideal way. You should start working on it like months in advance. And then I submitted it to USMLE Sarthi, and fortunately, like you people, even though you had deadlines, even though I did it like after the deadline, you gave me a chance and you actually reviewed it, edited it.
My personal statement, I feel like candidates should not underestimate the personal statement, because I feel like apart from scores, a doctor is more than the numbers. That's how I always kept my mind. So when it came to personal statement, I feel like Sarthi really helped me.
Speaking about what you bring to the table, it's actually one of the strongest things I see, but it's also one of the biggest mistakes I see where people leave this out. And you really need to speak about what makes you different, what makes you shine, what makes you look better than maybe the competition that you are up against.
I have a passion for creative writing from the beginning. But to solidify, to make sure, how a proper personal statement should be for residency that's geared towards that specific specialty, I feel like Sarthi helped because of your videos, first of all, like what we should include, how to make sure it captures the program's eye. That's really important. I felt so I learned a lot from that, as well as the editing services, they were very good. Like they gave good feedback, and they were very prompt with the feedback. So I made sure with the feedback I was able to include all the details that was necessary, and especially the mentorship.
Before I started my residency, I completed working on my personal statement. I gave to my mentor, and then Sarthi helped me in improvising my personal statement.
You have to remember that the personal statement is actually the chance for you to show your personality and to show you as a human, that your CV will not reflect. So you need to make sure that the personal statement sounds like you. And if it doesn't sound like you, then you're going to sound really kind of disjointed. If you get into an interview and they're asking you questions about your personal statement and you don't speak the same way, or you don't have the same enthusiasm that maybe your personal statement is showing. Those of you who don't know, American culture is very turned off by hyperbolic statements. I'm above and beyond the best. I am revered as a god in my community. Like that all looks very bad in the American culture.
According to the CV and personal statement, and my interviews, I give full credit only to Sarthi.
Your CV is going to be reviewed. Your CV is looked at in conjunction with your personal statement. The personal statement is the way to highlight what on your CV is not fully developed. Remember, you're asking for a position in their program. You're asking for a job. You're not telling them, well, you're welcome. You just get to be happy that you were in my presence. No. You're asking them to accept you, and you want to give them reasons why you're a good candidate.
I know I was good in the previous seasons too, but giving me a direction to think and showing me the program's perspective. I mean, what does the program want to see? That I got only through you, Pawan. The CV and personal statement, Telegram group and the mentors, their inputs and all those videos, that were made on CV and personal statement. I went over every video twice, line by line, made notes, and I started working on my CV way ahead. I think in May sometime I started drafting my first CV. And then my mentor, who really went over things and gave me those, overall she was fine with it, but her inputs were crisp. And I worked on it and I added it in my CV.
As much as possible develops your personality for that reviewer so that they want to ask you in for an interview, especially in the States. And if they're looking at your social media and they see that you're this outspoken somebody about something that they don't agree with, they may exclude you.
Personal statement too. I completely missed out on, sometimes you need to boast about yourself. I was too modest, or I was underplaying the whole situation. But then my mentors and then on the Telegram group, the advice was that, no, you need to put everything on paper. Why don't you talk about your gold medal that you got? Why don't you tell that you did so-and-so rotation? I've got research in big publications and all. You need to put it on your personal statement. And I did that.
Don't ever say, since I was a child, I've always wanted to be a doctor. Don't ever say it. Just it is the most cliche, overused sentence ever used in the history of personal statements for residencies.
Good luck, and let us know how we can help.